your hand will be mighty here, so that we can comprehend, understand, and take home brilliant ideas that can help us become better in our endeavors in the mighty name of Jesus. We ask that you take charge of the program from beginning through to the end in the mighty name of Jesus. Thank you, Heavenly Father. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. Amen. You're welcome once again. Please, can you put your hands together for yourself for being here? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Pastor. Good luck. Okay, in the same vein, we'd like to make welcome right about now Mr. Daniel. He is the MD, Tech Consulting, Global Consulting. Please put your hands together for him.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. Why is everywhere so cold? Turn to someone, tell the person, welcome to Accelerate. Welcome to Accelerate 2026. Say it with excitement now. Say it with some aura of certainty. All right, so you're most welcome, everybody. We're excited to have you today at Accelerat 2026. You know, I used to say that events like this don't change people. Events don't change people. It's what they do out of it. Actions is what changes people. And I want to believe that every one of you who took out time to be here this morning, you didn't come by accident. It's an act of being deliberate. And I want to believe that every one of you who is here this morning, you're going to get something, you're going to pick a tool, you're going to pick a strategy that will help you to become better, that will transform you from default to design. Do you agree with that? So we have a list of very erudite speakers that are going to do justice to the topics that have been selected. Also, aside the fact that most of you are here to pitch, which I believe that many of you, you're already looking towards the prize, right? But there's a lot to get out of this event. It's not just about 200,000. Like our pastor said the last time. It's not just about the 200,000. It's about what you get. Okay? So the money is not what makes you. It's who you become that actually makes you. And this is an opportunity for you to pick tools, to pick strategies that will help you become, that will help you transform, to be able to make judicious use of the opportunities that you're going to be picking out of here. Now, aside the fact that you're going to come to listen to an array of very erudite speakers, you also have an opportunity to network. Tell somebody network. You don't know who is beside you. There may be a Dangote, somebody sitting beside you. Maybe the next Dangote, maybe the current Dangote. So if you don't know how to network, you don't necessarily need to pitch by having a mic to speak to the crowd. You may just exchange contacts with the person beside you, and that may be a transformation for your business. It may be a transformation for your brand. Okay? So I want to take for granted that you're going to take this advice I just gave now. So you're going to find out the name of the person beside you, right? Do that now as I'm talking. Find out the name of the person beside you. Don't just tell the person your name. Tell the person what you do. Don't just tell the person what you do. Tell the person where you work. Tell the person what you can create. Discuss your idea with the person. So I see just few persons are doing what I said. You know, Jesus said something very striking. He said, "You are not my disciples by being with me. It's about doing what I do." Right? So doing is very profound in every aspect of our lives. All right. Okay, so at this juncture, I want to also say that we have an attitude of lateness, right? Many of us believe that we are global citizens. Is that true? Are we global citizens? But how come we claim to be global citizens, but we still rely on African time? Every time an event is slated for a particular time, in our subconscious, in our minds, we still believe that, let me just go there in the next 20 minutes. Let me give them some time to start. Right? So please go to your social media handles and begin to share. You can just put a hashtag, Accelerat has started. If you have access to the flyer, that will do very good. That will be very good. Just share your social media platforms, on your Facebook. You can go to City Church page. It's there. Share it. We've started. We are live. So that those who want to come after we've started will know that we've started indeed. Now, for those who will be pitching, okay, we received over 40 entries for the pitching competition. And we tried the best we could, based on the criteria we set, to do some analysis, and then we came up with 5. So 5 persons are going to be pitching today. All right? Why are you looking disappointed? We don't have enough time for everybody to come up here and pitch their businesses. So we try to, use the criteria we set to reduce the number so that we have the 5 best. So we are going to give opportunity to 5 businesses, 5 individuals to come and share their ideas with us on this platform. And the good thing is one person is going home with 200,000. Okay? And by God's grace, we intend to make it bigger as we go higher, right? In our next Accelerate, we are looking at 1 million or even above. Okay? All right, so having said that, we are going to move quickly to the next segment. Put your hands together as we make welcome Mr. Liel to come and give us an opening remark. Please make that clap louder. If you clap better, he will come faster. If you clap better, he will come faster.
Good morning, everybody. This is me saying welcome. Welcome to City Church. Welcome to Accelerat8. Accelerat8 is a unit of this church, a business development unit. All we aim to do is help you become better entrepreneurs. So we want you to be able to think, grow, and create. Do you get it? You like what we do here? So when you come here, come with an open mind. Come to learn, come to network. Do you get? Come to network, meet people. So don't just sit. I heard him say, turn to your neighbor and ask your name and all of that. Ask what the person does and all of that. Be free to meet anybody. We don't bite. So the people that are pitching today, I wish you all the best. From time we'll get bigger. So enjoy the morning. We don't have a lot of time, so we're just going to start. Good morning again, everybody.
Okay, so there is a clap and there's a clap. Let's do the clap. Thank you very much. Okay, so immediately, without wasting time, we are starting our panel session. And of course, we'll have to introduce people who are going to be in the session. We have the General Manager, Capacity Building and Enterprise Development, Cross River State Microfinance and Enterprise Development Agency, MEDA. She is a panelist and she's representing the Director General of MEDA. Ladies and gentlemen, please make welcome Mrs. Ewongo Abasi Okon as she takes her seat. Welcome, ma'am. All right. Okay, to assist her in these duties today, we'd love to make welcome back the MD Deck Global Consulting, none other than Mr. Daniel Kano. Is he here? Mr. Daniel? Okay, so while we wait for Mr. Daniel, we'll kick things off. So, of course, you've already been informed that this event is a pitching contest, pitch a business. Your job is simple. You're going to be telling us why you should be the one to win the money that's up for grabs. Very simple. So, get ready. Be attentive throughout the event. And at the end of the day, with luck, you'll be a winner. Put your hands together for yourself. Please, we can't start this event without mentioning that the man who is the point person in this building, the man who has given us the floor to do what we do here, is in the building. Please, ladies and gentlemen, make welcome Pastor Tony Aliogena, please. A round of applause. Welcome, sir. All right. I need a second microphone, please. Thank you. Okay, so we'll get started right away. Welcome, ma'am. How are you today? Lovely to have you. Okay, so we would love to pick your brain a bit. What's MEDA all about for anybody here who doesn't know what MEDA does or what MEDA represents?
Good morning, everybody. MEDA is a Cross River State government agency, and it is called Microfinance and Enterprise Development Agency. And the idea of MEDA is to raise entrepreneurs across the state.
Lovely. A round of applause for that. So if you didn't know, MEDA raises entrepreneurs. If you are one, you should get to know all about MEDA. I think you should. Okay, Mr. Daniel, sir, please could you tell us, Tech Global Consulting, just give us an idea. What is the firm representing? What's it all about?
Okay, so ideally I wasn't supposed to talk about Tech Global.
It's fine.
Okay, Tech Global is actually a human capital development firm. We are into professional trainings and human capital development. So we equip people to be productive in the workplace. We also give people the skill to help them to be efficient, because without efficiency, there's no productivity. And every work environment requires people that have the right skill. When we talk about the right people is not just anybody. There are people that have the right skill and knowledge. Skill, knowledge. So when you have skill and knowledge resident in an individual, that makes the person the right person for any opportunity.
Lovely. Thank you very much, sir. That was very apt. Ma'am, how would someone generally participate, benefit, be a part of MEDA?
Okay, Microfinance and Enterprise Development Agency has three components, which is the capacity building and enterprise development, where all entrepreneurs fit in. And there it's mostly training. It's mostly building the capacity of the individual and also strengthening the organization, the MSME. So what we do mostly there is to train. And we have the Enterprise Development Center, EDC, domiciled in our building. It's part of us, and that's where we do most of the trainings. Then we have the CIFTech build. That's the computer-based training, which is domiciled in the State Library Complex. It's part of us. So we do all those trainings, and we also do outside trainings across. Now, what do? We train entrepreneurs, and also we strengthen MSMEs, their businesses, with advisory support. We do business clinics, and then we have another department, which is the investment funding and credit. There, we try to match businesses with cheap funding. Cheap funding means single-digit interest rates, from 9% down. We try that. Then we also, once in a while, when there's a window from the federal government, we also open up, we have grants from the federal government that we try to get our citizens to access. So that's what we do. Then we have the monitoring and evaluation department, where we try to monitor everything that we are doing, every individual, to make sure that they comply and they are making progress in their business. So that's what, so anybody who wants to come in to assess any facility or any program from MEDA starts with the capacity building. We encourage them to pass through the EDC. There, they will be trained and we'll be speaking the same language. At least they will understand some basics before they say they are going in to collect funds. Why do we do that? Many people who come to MEDA and say they need funding, by the time they pass through the EDC, they find out that they really didn't need that much funding. They had the money. We will teach them that sometimes it's other people's money that you will need to run your business. Some people's business can be run with zero capital. Just have the idea, have the skill, and know how to assess your contacts, and then you can get your business up and running. I've done that several times, and it's worked for me, so I know it is very, very possible. So that's what we do in MEDA. From there, you get a certificate after 2 weeks. It's a 2 weeks course. And then if you're interested, you proceed to the investment funding and credit to assess the funds available. I want to say here that the funds that are available are limited, and the people that are interested in the funds are a mammoth crowd. So getting funds from MEDA will take a long time, but it will finally come. But there's so many interests. There's political interest. There's all manner of interest for the funds. So I don't want somebody to grab me and say, we have applied for loan in MEDA, nothing has happened. I'm trying to give you a heads up that it doesn't come that fast. Thank you so much.
Lovely. Thank you. A round of applause for that. So, if I get you correctly, what you're saying is, you empower people with the knowledge to create businesses.
Yes, please.
Even when most of them think there's a lot that it takes to make a business, you tell them that they have mostly the capacity within themselves.
Yeah.
Lovely. Okay. While we were speaking, we had the honor of the state manager for Bank of Industry walk in. So we'd like to welcome Mr. Pius Neji. And coincidentally, he's supposed to be a part of the panel. So please, sir, let's have you join the panel. Welcome, sir. Welcome, sir. So, ma'am, it's interesting you mentioned the process it takes, or the duration it takes to get investment funding, because I know of I did EDC some years back, so it took a while before I was called for investment. So I wanted to ask you if that had improved. So it means it's just a process. It always goes through that same process.
It has to go through the process.
Okay, so you have to have patience to wait and get your time.
Well, you see, sorry to cover.
No problem.
If you're a true entrepreneur, if you're really serious with your business, the waiting process does not mean you just cross your hands and wait. You are doing your business. It may not be at the scale you want it to, but you are doing. Because I know that many people, the monies they desire for their business is actually not the money they need for their business. Even with business plan and with all the things that are written, many of them, if they collect that money sincerely, is only half or 40% that they may even use in their business. The other one is free. So, sorry, I'm using this. They will catapult it. And at the end of the day, payback becomes a problem. So, while waiting, be doing something.
Lovely. Okay, ma'am, we would love to know, is there a correlation, is there a relationship between MEDA and the BOI?
We are partners.
Okay.
We are partners, and the state government has, we have a partnership with BOI. We have dedicated some funds in BOI to be able to help businesses scale up. So we are partners.
Lovely.
Thank you.
Lovely. So it's awesome to know that the boss of BOI is here. Sir, welcome. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning, moderator.
Welcome, sir.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's nice to be around you.
Lovely to have you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, so I would like to know, for a layman or say an entrepreneur who's just started and does not know what BOI, Bank of Industry, does, could you please throw some light on that for us?
Yeah. Bank of Industry is a development finance institute. By that, we don't do commercial banking where you get funds to deposit. We are into lending. We lend it to small, or let me say nano, micro, small and medium scale industries. So there's a very big difference. You don't open an account in a commercial bank, but you don't need to open an account in Bank of Industry. And Bank of Industry is widely interested in just financing your processes, not financing what is not supposed to be financed.
Lovely. Wow, okay. That is very... So I would like to ask, sir, what process does it take to streamline what needs to be financed when an entrepreneur comes in to get some money?
For you to benefit from Bank of Industry, you must first of all be a registered entity. You register your business with the Corporate Affairs Commission. Then you need to pick among the niche you want to develop into. There are some projects we in Bank of Industry don't finance. So if you fall among those we finance, we call you up. A lot of persons come to Bank of Industry without knowing where to go to. So we don't just only finance, we do advisory services. Because if we don't do advisory services, we are not going to get you into what you're supposed to do. A lot of persons don't even know what to do. They don't know this problem to solve in business. They just feel, oh, because A is doing this, I want to equally go and do what A is doing because there's so much money in it. So it doesn't mean. For us to streamline that, we need to sit down with you one-on-one. Like I am here now, I cannot divulge every process of BOI to you. But if you are so interested in Bank of Industry, you walk up to us, we will now align you with what you're supposed to do. Vis-a-vis, I will take, for example, your location. If somebody is from me come today and come to me, I need a loan, I want to go into farming. I'll tell you, no, don't go into farming for now, because there are a lot of farmers in Ecom. I can look at the problem in Ecom right away and tell you, oh, what's the problem in Ecom? Definitely there's no electricity in Ecom. And a lot of people will need ice block and ice water and cold room and all sorts. I'll tell you, okay, can you just try this one? Isn't it? So we can streamline your business by talking with you, having a one-on-one discussion with you, which is free of charge.
Very important. Very important that you know that it's free of charge. I keep hearing a language that connects both MEDA and BOI, which is information, knowledge, and education. You get to know what you need to be doing, how you need to do it, what you need to do what you need to be doing. Lovely. It's really eye-opening. Mr. Daniel, what would you tell any intending entrepreneur right now to do first before even thinking of starting a business?
Thank you very much. Starting a business is actually very... many people want to leave their jobs to start businesses. But I want to begin by saying that businesses do have assumptions. Assumptions are those beliefs you hold to be true but not proven. Many times you can hear somebody doing very well in a line of business and you are attracted by the supposed profits involved in that business. But one thing is key. Knowledge is very important. I used to say that to be informed is to be transformed, and to be uninformed is to be deformed. It simply means that when you are not informed about any endeavor, you're already deformed. You can't participate, right? So one of the tools that is very essential, very imperative in delving into any endeavor, whether business or, is knowledge. You need to have the right knowledge, the right skill. You need to understand the business climate, right? You're not just going into a business because other people are playing in that business, environment. You must understand your unique skill, your unique gifting, and how your business idea can resonate with the market. Else, you won't have your market share. Every business owner is in business to make profit, right? But the process, the protocol to making profit is having customers. Okay? So business is not necessarily the reason for starting profit is not necessarily the reason for starting a business. The reason for starting a business, or the purpose of business, is to create, to keep, and to multiply customers. So as long as you create, keep, and multiply customers, you never lack profit. But the mistake many business people make is that they pursue profit. And by so doing, many times they lose touch of the customer demand, because every customer's need is tied to utility, the satisfaction they get from the product and services you offer, right? So what you want to do is to understand the business processes, know what the business is, right? So that you can be able to be a key player in the business environment. So that's my take.
Spoken like a true consultant. Thank you very much, sir. Mr. Pius, I saw you shake your head when he said quitting your job to start a business. Is there any advice or anything you'd love to speak about that?
It's not so ideal for you to quit your job. Having a job is one leg of the business. You learn about time, you learn about transparency in the job, but just shutting the job once can give you problems, because business itself is not a level playing ground, because we are dealing with human beings with different ideologies. I financed somebody in Akwa Ibom. He was, because I managed Cross River and Akwa Ibom too. I financed him, he's into poultry. I just gave him, then about 2 years back or 3, I gave him 3.5 million naira to start up a poultry farm. And after that, he liquidated. And I asked him to come and take your, your certificate you use as collateral. He told me today that, Pius, I'm not going to work for anybody, so the NYC certificate is on his own. As I speak to you, the young man is times 3 a billionaire.
Wow.
Peradventure, he had gone to work and decides to leave work first, he won't get what he has gotten to, or where he has gotten to. But because he started his genealogy by saying, I am into business. So my advice is that if you want business, please jam the business straight up. It will take you time, but you will get there. But if you don't want to say, okay, I want to get a job, you can hold 2 plantain and climb palm tree. Now, so my people talk. So it's going to be very difficult for you. Thank you very much.
Lovely, lovely.
Can I say something?
Go ahead, ma'am.
It depends on the perspective in which you're looking at it. I'm doing business and I'm working. And I've been doing business as long as I was working. And, it depends on the environment you find yourself. If you're in an environment in which you're going into a new niche, not the general niche, like poultry is a cruise, it's a straight cut thing. Everybody needs chicken, everybody needs eggs and all that. But mine is quite different. Mine is chocolates, mine is cocoa. I have to sit, I've done years. It's even now that I've consolidated, I can say that I am okay now that I've seen the investors. But it took me over 10 years in Cross River to make people understand that we can make chocolates in Cross River State. In fact, most of my chocolates have been free. I give them free. Do chocolate tasting. Sorry. But I have been doing that free for over 10 years. It is now. So if I had left my job I would have been begging by now. But what am I saying? It depends on the perspective in which you're looking at it. If you know within yourself that you're not yet confident enough to handle business on its own, please hug that job very well till you can release yourself and do it gradually. But one thing that it will do for you, it will help you in time management. That's one thing. If you're going to be doing the two together, it will help you. You will not have any idle time. You will manage it. If the day you're taking leave is because you're taking leave, you want to do something. Do you understand? So that by the time you're leaving your job, you have been able to raise your salary for at least 1 year. You're comfortable that at least I have my salary for 1 year before I leave the job. So that's the perspective I was just looking at.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. I certainly do hope that someone is getting something this morning and you're writing it down, because you might not remember all you hear today. We're going to be taking questions in a bit from the audience. If anyone has any questions, just get ready, whether you want to come stand up and speak or write it down. Just get ready to do that. Ma'am, I had one last question for you for MEDA. What is the common thing, the general, should I say, issue or coincidence that happens whenever someone comes in, goes through the EDC, tries to go ahead with getting investment funding and all that? What is the recurring thing you notice with all of the graduates?
It depends on, I like talking about perspectives.
Okay. So let me give you some perspective.
Okay, okay, give me some perspective.
Yes, so in the aspect of succeeding to the end and those who fall out or fall by the wayside.
Okay, that's why I said comes to perspective. When you come to the EDC, which is our training units in MEDA, you find out that there are many people who come to the EDC because they want to collect money. And there are people who come to the EDC because they want to improve their business. Their business is shaky and they are looking for how, they just want more information. When they proceed to assessing credit, those who came for the money, 60% of them do not use the money for what they said they wanted to use the money for. But you will see those who came to the EDC because they wanted to improve their business. That means they are already doing something. Those ones will try to use the money to plow back into their business, and they will be the ones to even tell the monitoring unit, please come and see what we have done. And you notice that the ones that came because of the money, half of them are either politicians or politicians' boys who they came, the orgas pushed them to MEDA as political settlements. I can say it. So when they come, they are not coming because they are coming to come and collect their own share. So you will find that reoccurring there. But at the end of the day, at least I can say that 50% of the funding you have given to the entrepreneurs have been used properly.
Lovely. So I want to say something. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to buttress our point. We are partners. We've been together since the days of Excellency Lieli Moke. Yeah, because we had a 500 million matching fund facility between Cross River and Bank of Industry. That cascaded into, now we are now having a managed fund, and we equally have a matching fund of 2 billion naira. Cross River has $1 billion, Bank of Industry has $1 billion naira. But the major recurring decimal is that. And I want, since we are in a church, the church people will pray for Cross Riverians to take businesses seriously. People come to get funds just because, like I said, A has gotten funds. Presently, we have what we call GLOW, guaranteed loan for women. I have about 597 applicants. Out of the 597, I have only 59 that has submitted successfully. Out of the submitted ones, I have only barely 10 that I'm getting approvals for. This loan ranges from 1 to 5 million, 5 to 10 million, 10 to 50 million. And if I tell you that right now in Cross River, why do I have just about 10 that have gotten approvals? All the other ones is either they have gone to touch their hands or put their hands into online banking. They are owing 100%. So they are not even doing business. Somebody walked up to me and said, Paris, if you give me this money, I owe another person, I will pay and come pay this other one. You see, this is the bottom line of what business is not supposed to be in Cross River State or anywhere. The worst recurring decimal is to see Bank of Industry like a Commonwealth. I need to go and get my own money there. That is government money. But let me share this with you. If you go get a loan today, please pay your loan. Because we have what we call credit bureau. Wherever you are, once you owe, we are not even chasing you, we are going to find you. Some people are not even getting money into their account any longer. They are using their brother's account because they have owed about 6 or 7 banks and they don't want to pay. So if you're going to MEDA to do business, just be ready for business. If you don't want, if a politician has sent you, go there, have a quota. There is no quota between MEDA and BOI. You do the right thing or you perish. So get yourself ready to do the business to the end. Please, like I said earlier, if you know you want to go into business, you're not sure of the business. Because I take it that business is not all about profit. Business is mostly about a solution to a problem. That's what I take. So now, if you know you have a solution or you have a problem and you want a solution and it's business you want to use in carving that niche, please come to BOI, but come with a clean mind. Don't come, I know pious. Nobody knows me that I will get it. If you know me, I know a lot of people here. My guy is here. If you know me and you feel you want to just do like that, we will not do like that. You must do business. I have a young woman I finance in Akpabio. She is doing custard, sir. Custard. When I finance her for 4.something million naira using Dangote fund. For those of you who care to know, Dangote is equally coming back with his fund for about 14 billion naira. Dangote is only interested in made in Nigeria goods. So I finance this woman in Akpabio. She does custard. Nobody sees that custard a lot in Cross River. But if you go to her place today, you see small trucks lining up to take you to offtake. The best I can tell you in that woman's business is that this, what do you call it? They used to call it prisons. Is now no more prisons. Correctional center. Yeah. She has about 2 or 3. They are off-takers. They are off-taking like. But if she had come to me, say, oh, Pius is Dangote, I have one problem to solve. I will see it psychological. I've been into the business of. But today, she's over ₦1 million rich. She does one thing. That's why I said you need to carve a niche and solve a problem. There are these old men that are so old that they don't have anything to do. Yeah. So she picks them 4, 5, 6. Come and sit down in my hut. They pick soya beans. The shelf, soya beans. And the maize. They pick them together and she pays them at the end of the day. Now she is multiplying in the way of employment. So those of us who are thinking of doing business, please think beyond I want profit. Do it as your corporate social responsibility and God will bless you. Thank you.
Lovely. Wow. Okay, before we get our final takes from the panelists, are there any questions at all? Any questions? If you'd like to ask a question, please raise your hand. If you don't want to raise your hand, just pass the questions to the men standing and they'll get them across to us. Questions, please. I have one person here who has a question. Can we get a mic across to her? Please, can you give her a mic?
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, our great panelists. My question goes to you, Ma. You mentioned that you started the cocoa business and it took you about 10 years. And my question is, how were you able to manage and start up a business whose niche isn't widely known in the country? We don't often hear, and when you said it, I was surprised. We often hear people, okay, fashion industry and all the rest of it. So how were you able to start this business and not just start it, bring it to a point where it now produces profits with a niche that isn't widely known in this country without giving up, because that year gap is wide, without giving up or falling apart during that period of time? Thank you.
Thank you very much. The story of chocolates is that I grew up, me and my dad, we were running chocolates like as if it was a joke. My dad buys chocolates, we sit down, we eat it, it was that. But I went to Ecom for a training. I went to do my entrepreneurship training for 5 days. And when I got there, I now saw trucks leaving Ecom. That was in 2015. I saw trucks leaving Ecom. And I asked them, what is that? They said it's cocoa. Okay, do you have a factory around here? No. All they do is to plant, dry, and send it out. So what did I do? I just bought a bushel of cocoa and started Googling. Everything I know about chocolate production is in the internet. Googling, Pinterest, my friend, I don't know, YouTube, everything. That's how I did. Sometimes I took 1 or 2 courses. But what I did was that I started making paste, started trying. I thank God for all my guinea pigs, all the people that were guinea pigs. God bless them for me. But I believed that chocolates could be made in Nigeria. And I found out that Loom chocolate was made in Abuja, Dunes was made in Lagos, and it became my encouragement. And we continued like that. And I started doing chocolate tasting because when I introduced chocolates in Cross River State, what I was hearing was, chocolate causes diabetes, it's too sweet and everything. So I now started doing the variants. Dark chocolate, milk chocolate, white chocolate, and I did chocolate tasting events and all that. And I had strong customers, strong people who told me that they liked my own chocolate because it was organic. They were sure there was no preservative. They were sure. And some of them used to waltz into my production space and check, what I was doing, and found out that there was no preservative or anything. So they liked it. So I continued like that. Was it easy? No. The only thing the Lord told me was that that's my retirement benefit. Do you understand? The day I heard that, the Lord told me, He said, you see, this thing is your retirement benefit. It became very different. So what I'm doing now is I've planned my retirement. My retirement is certain. So that whenever I'm leaving my work here, so because of that, every money I have, every money, that is, sometimes you may travel, come back with DTA, I'm sending for one machine. The day NAFDA came to my space and saw the number of machines I had, they were like, Madam, you have all this? Yes. I don't spend money anyhow. I am buying one machine, one thing, one this. Even as I'm living here, I'm going to garden because they are fabricating a machine for me to go and pick it. Do you understand? So I had to be very persistent. I believed in it. And then when, let me tell you, you cannot go to the palace except somebody holds your hands to the palace. Everybody needs somebody. I have a group of persons, and I want to thank Mr. Leal. He's one of them. Always discussing me in the palace. There's a lady that does chocolates. There's a lady that does chocolate. That kind of thing. And I have jobs from there. So you must be so consistent that your name changes from what your name is to my chocolates. Is there chocolate in your bag? Wherever, it's always like that. Is there chocolate? Please, could you bring chocolate? You must come to that point of being so persistent of it. Why I have not collected money from Bank of Industry is because I want my business to come to a point in which when I'm collecting the money, I know what I'm collecting the money for. People have asked me in my office, say, Madam, you're close to Bank of Industry. Why don't you collect money? I said, It's not necessary for now. When I'm ready, I will collect it. Do you understand? But for now, I'm not ready because I'm still in the process of getting my systems right. And what is my system? In business, I want a situation in which I can be in Uyo, I can be in Lagos, and business is still, and my production system is working seamlessly without me. And I've tried it. Recently, I went to Uyo, and somebody needed chocolates in Ecom. I tried it, and that particular component is working. My daughter is 15 years old, but she knows how to do chocolates. I just called her. I said, okay, please, there's an order in Ecom. Could you do this? She said, okay, mommy. She went in, did the chocolates, wrapped them. My son carried them, because what I'm trying to do, I'm doing like a Coke or Cadbury or wherever, Toyota. Family business. The business recipe is inside that house. It doesn't move out. So I am so strict about everybody in my house producing. Every other system can work. I want to test that system to see if it can work. And I've brainwashed my children to know that there's no jobs out there. But if you can make this one work, we can fly with it. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, ma'am. So I'm going to come back to you in a bit, but sir, Mr. Priors, someone says, what are the business niches that BOI finances?
We have about 42 clusters of businesses we finance, but some of them are generic. Some of them, like I said, they are businesses where you see a problem you want to solve. We finance, like some of you know, if you go to, okay, let me start from here. Asiuko is Bank of Industry. Go down, Emzo Paracetamol is Bank of Industry. Fitson is Bank of Industry. Aqua Prime Waters is Bank of Industry.
Wow.
I'm not talking about micros. I have dozens and dozens of micros. I'm talking about the bigger ones. I'm disbursing to somebody now for 1.5 billion rice production. So from dry cleaning, we can finance you just to dry clean. Sachet water. You want to set up a diagnostic center. You want to set up a hospital. Are you interested in even making these chairs you see here? Are you interested in fabrication? All sort of agro-processing. Agro-processing, not basic agriculture this time around. Agro-processing. You want to turn your cassava to chalk, who are there. You want to turn your cassava to starch, Bank of Industry is there. If you want to go back into the palm oil processing, I recently financed somebody for 79 million in Oban. What is he producing? Palm kernel oil, PKO. You might look at it like nothing, but it's not easy for all of us. If you go to Idundu today, I finance a lot of people who are into fish farming. Or what do we finance them? We finance them with the feet. But if you want to go beyond just the feet and you want to set up, what do you call it? A fish killing, where you dry your fish and package it, come and we'll do it. Are you going into sewing? This dress I'm wearing, a young boy walked into my office and said, he's a tailor. I said, okay, what do you want to do? He said he needs more money to buy machines. And I offered him a loan of 10 million naira. And he got a lot of machines. He's now training people in it. And he made this dress. Not free, though. I had to pay him because it's business. I had to pay him. What do you want to do? Apart from gambling, Bank of Industry will not finance you in gambling. We will not finance you in construction wholeheartedly. But we can finance. I have a hotel here I'm financing for 300 million naira, just by the side here. 300 million naira. What are we financing? Every accessories inside the hotel, yeah, we are ready to finance. What about the rice? You get all the machines for the rice. Madam just said something. You go to Ecom, you see a lot of trucks moving out of Ecom with cocoa. And you proud yourself to be one of the highest cocoa producers in Nigeria. But we don't have a chocolate industry. Do we have? We have the best palms in Cross River State. The highest soap industry we have is Saika. Who knows Saika? That's what we have in Cross River. Nobody is doing any authentic or medicated soap in Cross River. Are you okay? This particular woman that we have financed for, what do you call it? Custard. She gets her raw materials from Taraba. From Taraba. The maize, the soya beans. Yeah. That's where they get them from. So we, like I said, I can't pull out all the 42 clusters of businesses we do. But if you're interested, please don't lay back, don't sit back home, we'll talk about it. Even the one that you will not understand, we'll talk about it. Yeah. Some of recent, somebody came to me in BOI, and we are financing latex, hand gloves. Yeah. We look at like small money, it's big money. We are financing latex, and the other one that comes with all the components of rubber, we are financing. So what is that thing that you want to do? If it's not on the negative side, please come. And if you don't have a negative thought too, like if I just go, BOI, give me money or Japa, come. We are going to run you with you. God has given us the strength to say we handhold you. We will really, really handhold you. At any point of your downfall, we'll handhold you. But you will not get a downfall as far as you're doing business, that you pray to God that, let me resolve an issue. If you go to Akpabio today, you see that they don't have water, especially. But what stops people from going to Akpabio to set up such a water business? You don't need to go to bottled water. You don't need to. Today, you see us say, everybody sows. In the household, everybody sows. But if you ask yourself, who meets the demand of NYC to sew all their uniforms? You will now know that you need to be in a garment factory. You need to be in a garment business. A lot of schools are sewing uniforms. Come on, you need to be there. So, I don't know if I've really answered your question, but we have multiple businesses that you can come into.
You definitely have, sir. Thank you so much. This is our last question, and then we're going into our page, please. So let's get ready. Ma'am, a question for you. I'm interested in the aspect where you said you can start business with zero capital. Cross River isn't like Anambra or Aba. So how is this done? Where is MEDA's office? For networking, ma, please, would you be kind enough to share your contact for mentoring?
Okay, let's start with where is MEDA's office? Professor Yoita House on Marian, opposite Auntie Margaret, adjacent to Crunchies and Mobile Filling Station. That tall building. You know, when you go there and you try to read the Professor Yoita, you find out that some letters had fallen up, but it's still Professor Yoita House. Thank you very much. Okay, business, it depends on which perspective you're looking at. I remember one day I was talking to a pastor friend of mine, and I told him I needed money. And I really, really was broke. And I said I needed money. And he said, come, you need money, I'll give you a prayer point. And what was the prayer point? He said, Father, please let there be problems in government house and with these politicians that I can solve. Do you understand? I caught the rema as far as concerned. And I prayed that prayer. And before I knew what was happening, somebody came and said, oh, madam, please, we need you to do a presentation, PowerPoint presentation. How much is it? I said, oh, ma, please, could you manage 200,000? Business without money. Do you understand? I only have a laptop and I know how to do PowerPoint. 200,000. I said, really? I said, madam, please just manage it. Okay? I did that. Before you know what was happening, somebody said, madam, you're an Efik woman. I said, yes. Do you know how to make some afang? They came in for a program, actually. So the men wanted to take afang back. And they said, madam, please, could you make afang? I used to hear this fisherman soup and everything. How far? How much is it? I said, just wait, I'm coming. I called my friend. I said, okay, afang and fisherman, give me cost. They gave me cost. I added my own, told the guy. He gave me the money. I prepared the food and returned it. Is it with my money? Do you get what I'm saying? You need to begin to ask. We are all in church. So ask the Holy Spirit to reveal to you what it is that you will need it. This Holy Spirit is not the one that you tell to come in. He's not going anywhere. He's here with us. Tell him. He will tell you. If your friends have children and you have time in your hand and they are working, you can babysit for money. Do you need money to do anything? You don't. You tell them this is 50,000 to babysit your child for 5 days. This one. Before you know what's happening, everybody is paying money to have their children in one place during the holiday, and you are there. It is from their money you will buy certain things to keep them going. So please, it is very possible to start a business without money. Laundry services, you can do it without money. Can collect people's clothes to wash. Tell them to pay up front. They pay up front. You use that money to go and buy soap. Use it to buy water. And you wash. Iron. You already have iron in the house. Before you know what's happening, you've gone. So I'm trying to give you practical examples. If you want to, we have our brother here. He has a barbing salon. If you don't have the kind of barbing salon he has and you have a clipper, you can cut people's hair and collect money without anything. So what I'm saying is that we need to start thinking and asking the Holy Spirit to reveal to us how it's going to be. We have it in our hands. Now it's even better with all you Gen Zs with phones. You make money by doing content. You make money by researching. ChatGPT is my best friend. It's now my PA. You understand? So you make money doing things for people. So you can. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Any other questions you can ask them personally, but this is where we end for this panel session. Please, a round of applause for the panelists as they go back to their seats. Thank you very much. Okay. All right, without wasting time, we are going to start our Pitch a Business Context Properly. Of course, I'd like to inform us that we received over 30 applications, 30 businesses, 30 people had business ideas, had pitches available for us today. And of course, they're all welcome. But there is a set criteria for selecting who is going to pitch today, and that has been done. So for every person and every entrepreneur here, you are welcome. Your idea is great. You would not only benefit cash, you will benefit knowledge. Of course, eventually only one person goes home with our cash prize, but your business would get a lot more if you sit through this to the end. So stay connected, do not lose focus, and may the best man win. Put your hands together for yourself one more time. All right, so without further ado, I would like to welcome our judges who are going to, of course, oversee this business session, pitch a business session. These people are going to have keen eyes. They're going to make sure that a business that deserves this money wins today. It's as simple as that. So, of course, first on the list for the panel is none other than Mr. Daniel Kano. He's one of the judges. Please, a round of applause for him. Okay, so our second judge for today is none other than Mr. Pius Neji. Please, a round of applause for him. And of course, the third is Mrs. Eworo. Please, a round of applause for her. She's our third judge for today. So without further ado, we're going to start. And If you hear your name as a contestant, you come up, your name and your business idea, you come up and take the mic. Every contestant has 5 minutes to deliver their pitch, 5 minutes and nothing more. If you cannot finish your pitch in 5 minutes, the mic will be collected from you, and that will be the end of your pitch time. Please stick to the rules and let us have a wonderful session. Thank you. All right, for our first contestant this morning, please make welcome Nippy by Mitchell Owo. A round of applause for him. Michelle, you have 5 minutes.
That's so much. Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mitchell O. I'm the founder of Nippy. So before I go into my pitch, I'd just like to tell a brief story, right? If you guys can hear me clearly, okay, better. So last year, January, I had an engagement with an Australian company, and they tried to send money to my Nigerian bank account. And that money took about 3 days to settle my Nigerian bank account. And, this is a problem that a lot of businesses, freelancers, remote workers, individuals still face in this year, which is slow, very expensive, and very inefficient global payment. And that's what we're trying to solve at Nippy. At Nippy, we're building a a stablecoin-powered cross-border payment solution that's going to be solving faster, cheaper, and more efficient cross-border payments, right? So how this works is, as a user, you just have your Nippy wallet, you create an account, you fund your local currency, and you can send to anywhere in the world. It can settle straight to their bank accounts in their own currency without you having to convert. So that way, you're canceling out conversion fees, transaction fees, and you're just going to be facing, very affordable and reasonable rates, right? So far, so good. We've been able to secure partnerships with our banking partners in Nigeria, 9PSB. We've done over $3,000 in transaction volume. We've, have our MVP live. Obviously, we have over 35 beta testers. We have a waitlist of over 1,500 people that are waiting to test our product when we go live. We've secured partnership with the payments provider that will allow us to pay out to about 65 countries globally, and we are moving our scaling fast. In terms of how we're going to make money at Nippy, we are trying to make payments
One minute. So the judges asked that you start afresh. Okay. So let's start again.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mitchell Owo, and I'm the founder and CEO of Nippy. So Nippy is a cross-border payment solution that is going to be solving the issues of slow, inefficient, and very expensive cross-border payments powered by stablecoin rails. In the year 2025, I tried to do an engagement with an Australian company, and they tried to send money to my Nigerian bank account, and that took about 3 days to settle in. And these are the problems we're solving for entrepreneurs, businesses, remote workers, freelancers, and individuals globally. So how we're doing this is we are using stablecoin rails as the backend infrastructure to power faster payments, very cheap payments, and very efficient payments for individuals, remote workers, and businesses globally. So far, so good. Nippy has our MVP live. We've crossed over $3,000 in transaction volume. We have about 35 people testing the product. We have about 1,500 people waiting to use the product when we go live. We have partnered with a bank in Nigeria to facilitate local, holding and deposits and payouts. And we've also partnered with a financial payments partner licensed to pay out to over 65 countries globally, allowing us to be well compliant and stay positioned to serve our global markets. In terms of how we're going to make money at Nippy, Nippy is basically, we're trying to solve the issue of very expensive payments for remote workers, freelancers, because for those that are into remote work, into the gig economy, they know that it's very expensive when it comes to the kind of raise the fees, the kind of fees that are being charged by the already existing platforms. So Nippy is cancelling out fees. There are not going to be any fees. But what we're going to make money is through our conversion margins, right? So we are making conversion rates. We're going to be putting a little bit of margin on our conversion rates so we can make a bit of money from that. So as transaction volume scales, definitely our revenue will scale too with that. So our users will feel more comfortable and more, feel better transacting on the system. Our competitive advantage, right? So our major competitors are the likes of Gray, Lemfi, Clever, Cheaper Cash, credits, and these are very big players in the industry. But the issue they still have is that they're still very expensive. Some of them are still very slow, and they have limited places to which you can send and receive money from. But Nippy, because we're powered by stablecoin, we're able to send money to anywhere in the world at a very cheap rate, and basically very much secure and very efficient, allowing us to stand out as the best option for cross-border payments. So far, so good. We are trying to raise $700,000 to facilitate our entry to Nigerian markets to require to get some basic compliance requirements and also to market the product when we launch. So far, so good. We've raised just $5,000 from family and friends, and we're willing to raise more. I believe that is a very, very nice partnership opportunity because NIPI is playing in the global payments solutions market that is worth over $190 trillion in terms of volume, and the African remittance market alone has pressed over $250 billion in volume just this year alone. So this is a very good market for those willing to invest in a fintech that is coming to change how money moves globally. I hope this made sense to you. Thank you very much.
Okay, that was Mitchell from NIPI. Our next contestant, without wasting time, is Monolith Nigeria by Benita Ogarekpe. A round of applause for her. Benita, you have 5 minutes.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Benita Ogarekpe, and I am presenting Monolith Nigeria. Now, Monolith Nigeria is a premium talent-driven community ecosystem that basically brings together brilliant Nigerian creatives. So I'm talking about writers, developers, designers, digital creators of any kind. And what we are doing is that instead of the typical struggle of facing international marketplaces in isolation, we're bringing them together under one umbrella, one roof, one collective roof, and we act as a collective bridge, right? So we secure high-paying contracts and deals from international clients, and then we act as an agency support model where we then pass these gigs on to members on our community who have been onboarded to our platform. So what that means is that instead of the typical struggle that a Nigerian creative would go through, which is basically trying to beat international markets in isolation, we have created a platform where they can all come and under one umbrella be able to access these opportunities. Now, basically, how we're going to do this is that we're going to leverage platforms like LinkedIn, Upwork. All of these platforms already exist, but they are not personalized to Africans or Nigerian creatives. But what we are going to be doing is that we utilize these platforms along with email marketing and a lot of other features, and we assess small-time startups. We assess companies that hire digital talent on a regular, and we pitch ourselves to them. But now the difference between us and a regular freelancer pitching is that a regular freelancer is pitching themselves, right? We are pitching Monolith Nigeria as a brand. Now, international clients hire Africans, they do, and they hire Nigerians. But if you're anybody who has ever been in the online creative space, you know that it can be really difficult to land these gigs. And that's because the international clients, they find it very difficult to take the risk of trusting an individual freelancer. But what we have is a structured system that they can trust and they can rely upon to deliver adequate skills. Now, the tragedy that we have in Nigeria is not a lack of talent. We have creativity in this country. What we have is a lack of opportunity. We have a lack of access. And that's basically what Monolith Nigeria is about. We are making it impossible for global talent to ignore Africans. It's going to be impossible to ignore Nigerian and African talent because, see, talent is everywhere now, but the problem is opportunity. Opportunity and access, that is the real problem. So a lot of Nigerian creatives, a lot of Nigerian freelancers, like me personally, have spent hours, those of you that are here that are into that, you spent hours online trying to find these gigs, trying to land these roles, and you're just not having success. And that's because these clients, the kind of clients that you're looking for, they don't really want to take the risk on one individual. But you know what? You are all trying to fight global battles, international struggles, and fight payment systems that were never designed for Africans. If you try to open a PayPal or a Payoneer account yourself, you would see how difficult. I have struggled. Eventually, I had to beg somebody who is outside the country to use their account to receive money. So now you know that these systems were not built with Africans or Nigerians in mind. But now we don't have to fight these international struggles alone. Under one umbrella, under one cover, which is Monolith Nigeria, we can all be winning these battles. And now, if you want to wonder why it should be Monolith Africa, I mean, you're going to hear a lot of really beautiful ideas here today. The guy who just came up, that's one of the issues I just mentioned that we have. But now, Monolith Africa is it's a multiplier effect. It's a ripple chain. Now, when you choose to invest in Monolith Africa, what we are going to be doing is that every young person who comes under Monolith Africa and benefits from what we are offering, every creative who becomes successful lands their first role, lands different roles on this platform, and goes ahead to transform their families, their communities, and eventually their society. You know that happened because you gave Monolith Nigeria a chance. So basically, what we are doing is, you're not just helping one entrepreneur, you're not just helping me. If you choose a traditional business, yes, you would immensely help that entrepreneur. But with Monolith Nigeria, you're starting a catalyst chain reaction where you help the dozens of people who would join us. Thank you so much.
A round of applause for her. That was Benita from Monolith, Nigeria. Next up is Ohai David Chukwuka from BioBridge. A round of applause for him. David, you have 5 minutes.
Good morning, esteemed judges, and good morning, City Church. So, of course, my name is Ohai David, but I will not be appearing alone. With me is my brother and colleague, Bishun Godfrey. So, I am here to talk about BioApp. Before I get into it, let me give you a backstory of how all of this happened. So, I was thinking with my friend here, and we were discussing problems we face every day. And there is an issue of tasks being done and services that you need to perform. But for some reason or the other, either you are too tired or you just don't have the technical know-how. And maybe specialists in the area of service you are looking for are just simply hard to find. We have that issue, and this is what Bio is here to fix. So what the Bio app is, it is a service interface. The service it is providing is that it links you up with a tax doer. We have two sections of people. We have the tax provider, and then we have the tax doer. So the tax providers are those who need services done. Services derive from the most specialist to the most mundane. Let's say you need a photographer for an event, you don't know who to talk to. BioApp is here for you. You need someone to clean your house, BioApp is here for you. Or let's just say you are too tired to go out for market runs, BioApp is here for you. It will link you up to someone who is willing and able to do this, of course, for a small fee. And now, it just doesn't end with the consumers here. It also benefits the tax providers. We conducted a survey to find out if other people have these problems. And this survey shows that there are also business providers, startups, that need, how do I put this? They need an avenue where they can get a steady flow of customers, a steady flow of income. That is how BioApp does. That is what it offers them. So before I go into everything, how all of this would be done, Bishonia would run you through the features. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, my assessors. Today, my name is Bishun Godfrey, and I am going to take you on. I'm going to be telling you the technical and basic features of the Bio platform. Right here, I'm going to describe the whole framework on which Bio is going to work. As he has explained, Bio is a service platform that wishes to connect, that is looking to connect a tax doer and a tax giver. When I say tax doer, I mean people that are technically or intellectually gifted with the ability to carry out basic tasks, right from carpentry to writing to fixing your broken door in your house to any technical or intellectual action you may want to complete. While the tax givers are persons that have, you have a job you want someone to do and then you're willing to give it out. Bio platform here, or bio service here is simply looking to connect both parties on a very convenient level. We are selling the service of convenience, service delivery delivered at your doorstep. So right here, the service is run across a platform that requires the tax giver to interact with an AI chatbot on our app. You would describe what you need in very simple and plain words, and then our algorithm is going to match you with a verified vendor, that is the tax doer, which will be matched from your description there. And then after the match is done, a live location tracker, that is as a security policy, we will integrate a live location tracker on the app that can make the tax doer and the tax giver to see the location of each other as a security feature. We are looking to integrate a progress delivery report that looks to indicate at what rate a tax has been done or to what degree a tax has been completed. For the pay and review system, we will be we identified 2 security features while doing our market survey. The first one is a financial security, and the second one was the progress security. Now, when I mean fiscal security, I mean we have identified that there's a definite concern on...
Thank you, BioBridge. A round of applause for them. Thank you very much. I'll just reiterate, it's imperative you go straight to the point, do not repeat a lot of words, and make your pitch as fast as possible. Next up is Quickie by Abo Favor Osaro Chue. A round of applause for him.
Good day, panel of judges and ladies and gentlemen. My name is Abo Favor, and I'll be talking about my app, Quickie. So I want you to think about the last time you booked a ride in Calabar over here. Did the driver call you to negotiate the price? Or did you have a tussle and hustle while talking about whether you should on the AC or not? Or how about when you completed the ride and you guys were trying to talk about the price value? How did you guys settle that? People are starved for value, and the current marketing option, that is Bolt and UberX, are price starved, and sometimes they are value starved. That changes today. My name is the CEO and the visionary behind Quickie. Quickie is a premium ride-hailing app. Quickie is a premium ride-hailing app built for people who value their time and demand a reliable, high-quality transit experience. We offer fixed, dependable value, getting our users an airlight ride without the pricing games. I'm not standing before you here to pitch a mere concept. I'm pitching an execution in progress. This journey began immediately after the Betterman Calabar conference in December 2025. And over the last 6 months, I can say I've pushed this project past 50%. I've built over 50% of the documents needed on my Samsung device. And the mapping out of the UI design and the local routes and operational strategy has been covered. We aren't waiting for the market to validate us, but the market is already waiting for us. I currently have a top 50 VIP waitlist waiting for this to be live and running. And yeah, we are ready. Once it's active, it's going to be uploaded on a WhatsApp group where just the APK file will be given, and then rides can start to be booked in just a minute ahead. So this is the genius. The app automatically routes 100% of the first 7 rides directly to our corporate account. And by mid-afternoon, we've already completed our daily fleet liabilities. The app instantly flips up to the 80-20%, where the 80% goes to the driver and then the 20% comes back to us. This guarantees that our driver gets a highly competitive 13,000 daily wage while securing Quickie a predictable 11,000 net profit per car every single day. To guarantee our survival runway and set the airline standard, I will be on the road myself as our pioneer driver for our one-car pilot before we scale into a B2B transport partnership. So I would like you guys to quickly imagine UberX. This is generally going to be what the UberX does, only it's mainly focused in Lagos, Abuja, and Enugu. Now, Quickie is going to be live and running very soon. I don't want you all walking on the sidewalks. I want you all with me on this journey. While others are pitching mere concepts, Quickie is already on the ground, finalizing the premium transit experience, our city needs, and we don't need this to win. We need this to accelerate. Quickie is bringing the Uber X standard to Calabar. The problem with the big riding app isn't the technology, it's that drivers are underpaid. Now, Quickie focuses on making sure that the drivers are paid, which also makes sure that standards are being met. While the drivers are happy, every other one will be happy.
Favor, thank you, Favor. A round of applause for him. Okay, so we're moving ahead. Our last but not the least, definitely, is Amy Collections by MM John. A round of applause for her.
Good day, judges. Good day, everyone. My name is John, founder of Amy Collection. While I was a student, I constantly thought of how I could do more beyond my studies, develop practical skills, gain business experience, and also earn without losing focus on my studies. I explored several opportunities, and then I noticed that people were constantly looking for practical ways to make everyday life easy, save time, and also improve convenience. I realized there was an opportunity to connect people to these solutions while creating a simple business model that students could benefit from. This realization led to the creation of Amy Collection. Now, online shoppers experience these recurring challenges: finding practical products, avoiding scam, trusting sellers, getting fast delivery, and also receiving reliable support along the way. At the same time, students are looking for opportunities to earn and gain experience. As a past student myself, I understood those challenges firsthand. Now, Amy Collection solves both problems. We provide practical household solutions that make everyday life easier across these categories: household products, kitchen gadgets, bathroom accessories, beauty products, and content creation tools. Through retail, online sales, and drop shipping, we are able to serve customers while creating opportunities for students to earn. You might ask, what separates us from the already established popular business platforms? I would say we aren't competing on product value or product content. We are competing on speed, trust, and human support. Amy Collection, our customers aren't just buying products, they are buying confidence. Amy Collection provides real product verification, quality checks, direct customer communication, local delivery of 1 to 2 hours, interstate delivery of 1 to 3 days. Our customers aren't just buying products from us. They are sure of what they are getting, and they are also sure of when their delivery is coming to them. These are documented, next slide. These are documented results from our business. We've been able to generate about 788,000 naira from revenue, about 421,000 as profit. We have served 81 customers and 28 returning customers. We have built a community of about 40 customers and 20 active dropshippers across the city of Calabar, Port Harcourt, and Uyo City. We are not just telling you to start Amy Collections from zero. We are showing you that we have real demand and we've been creating value. Our next plan is to register the business, grow our active dropshippers from 20 to 40, expand our community to over 60 members, increase our revenue to 1 million and beyond, and also expand into the cities of Bini and Warri. At the other hand, the 200,000 naira prize will help us to increase inventory. we will be able to satisfy bulk orders and scale our dropshipping network. Amy Collection is not just asking you to start an idea. We are showing you evidence that we are running and we are working. Our vision is to build a household solution brand that is known for convenience, trust, accessibility, and empowerment. We are not asking you to fund an idea. We are asking you to accelerate a business that is already creating value. Please kindly scan the QR code to visit our brand portfolio. Thank you.
A round of applause. Thank you. Okay, that was apt and splendid. We're going to give the judges time to collate, put their thoughts together, and come back with our winner. But in the meantime, let's have a bit of fun. So, of course, when the judges are coming up, one of the things they're going to be giving us is the criteria for which most of these people were selected. Because I'm sure if you had a pitch in mind and you'd be wondering, why was I not selected, or why am I not even pitching? So don't worry, you'll get that sorted out. Okay, for a prize money, I'm going to ask a question, and anybody who is able to answer this question on the spot will get a cash prize on the spot. Who's ready? I like that. I like that. Okay, what was my question? This is for the people who have not, this is for the people who have not pitched today. So this question is for them. Any other person who answers will be disqualified. Could you tell me the name of the business of the second pitcher today for 5,000 naira? I have one too. He raised his hand first, so let's go. Monolith. Monolith. Monolith.
Monolith, Nigeria.
Monolith. Monolith. Why did you know that answer so fast? Do you also want to try? Same thing. Lovely. A round of applause for that gentleman. You have just won yourself 5,000 naira. Please see my PA afterwards. He'll get it across to you. Thank you very much. No, I'm serious. You actually won 5,000. I'm not joking. You just need to find my PA. See now, people are laughing. That's like, okay, no problem. So while we're waiting for the judges, I'd like to create an opportunity for some of the people who came here to pitch. I'm going to take 2 or 3 at random because I feel like I can do that. I have some power. Oh, you're a pitcher. But oh God, I don't like it. I need someone who's straightforward. What do you mean? Okay, so right about now, please let's make welcome Mr. Oh God, this is my guy, MCG. Please, a round of applause for him to give us a speech. Get the microphone.
A very good morning, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. A special greeting to my pastor, Daddy T. Please celebrate my pastor in the house. Okay, so my name is God's Gift Edu. I'm here to represent New G's Collections Limited. In my hand here is a product to actually, this period we're actually celebrating the men. And it is very important to understand that where we have a healthy man, we have a healthy home, we have a healthy nation. How many of you believe that? Now, this motivation came from my observation some years back in 2018, 2019, when I came back to Nigeria to serve my motherland. I realized that we had a lot of men walking down the streets of Nigeria with unhealthy hair and beard. How many of you have seen some of them? Good. How many of you believe that it is very important to find a healthier alternative when it comes to product and services? How many of you also believe that? Okay, so New G's had to go on a journey to research on a healthier alternative that would help all the men, on all the users currently in the challenge of using chemically infused products, which always leaves lasting negative side effects on both the skin and the hair. Ladies and gentlemen, New G's is a brand that is 100% healthy and natural/organic product that is aimed at one thing: ensuring that the users live healthy and better at the end of the day. Ladies and gentlemen, you can agree with me if I ask this question. If you have the opportunity to choose between chemically infused products and natural products, which would you go for? I cannot hear you. Natural products, right? Because of its advantages. Now, some of the ingredients we have in our products that makes us stand out are: number one, sunflower oil. You know that sunflower oil stands like it has numerous advantages and health benefits to you, the users. We also have coconut oil. We have peppermint oil, essential oil, and lavender, which also disinfects all the microbacteria that settles on your beard and your scalp. Our products aims at one thing: ensuring that you stay healthy with zero negative effect, and ensure that you smell good, have that crown beard. I know that the Gen Zs now want to grow some beards, right? So they can look masculine and also respected in the society. Ladies and gentlemen, this is one product that would help you grow that beard in a healthy way. And we also have the New G's Beard Balm that also brings the lady folk into the circle, because we realize that ladies suffer from their frontals and declining hairline. We have a product that can help you organically grow back, maintain a healthy hair, and also make you stand out confidently. We're able to also ensure that we join the international body to celebrate men who are currently facing health hazards. That's the No Shave November. Our campaign is one thing: to support a male patient that is going through maybe cancer, stroke, hepatitis B, or whatever related problems that comes with it. In 2022, we were able to offset hospital bills at the General Hospital for 3 male patients that successfully went through surgeries. And in 2023, we also were able to launch a campaign on cyberbullying that helped every human being that experienced bullying, and also offered free haircuts and free food and other essentials to help people. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just encouraging you this morning, because I know I'm not just here for the money. I'm here talking to investors. I'm here talking to potential buyers. I'm here talking to recommendators and referrals here today. Choose New G's and choose a healthier alternative. Thank you very much.
You just get the feeling he's supposed to be a man of God. Like, for real. Okay, that was New G's. While we were pitching, while the pitch contest was going on, some important players in the business industry walked in, and we would love to acknowledge and welcome them properly. I have this is the Executive Secretary, Calabar Chambers of Commerce, Industry, Mines and Agriculture, Mr. Ken Asimita. I don't know if he's in the building. Please, a round of applause for him. He's right there. Welcome, sir. We're glad to have you. We have next up Mr. Ralph Murphy, Special Advisor of Programs and Project Monitoring, Governor's Office, Calabar. Is he in the building? Okay, he hasn't made it. Lovely. Okay. I'm going to open the slot just for one more person who has a business to pitch. One more person. Just one more person. The floor is open. One more. Okay, going. Gun. All right. I believe the judges are ready for us. Lovely. Please, can you get the microphone? I don't know. Sir, you're very free to call up any of the contestants. Yeah, okay, I know. I mean, you're very free to tell them how you can. Please, it's very important. We would love to know the criteria for which this people were selected, so that every other person would not be wondering why, or just let them get an idea. And secondly, you're very free to advise any of the contestants, especially those who will not be going home with the money. Thank you very much. Please, the floor is yours. Please, a round of applause for the judges. Okay, representing the judges, I believe I'd like to call up Mr. Daniel Kanu. Lovely. Okay.
Thank you very much. That was a very keenly contested pitching event. Very keen. And the beauty of it is that it's mostly Gen Z related. That's why, if you notice, when the first speaker started talking, I had to understand where I was and tell him to repeat, so that I know that we are dealing with the Gen Zs. And with that, I think next time when you're bringing judges to pitch, please advise, let at least one of us be a Gen Z. Because we had to understand online, this, that. You know, we are into physical business. But what we saw, but it was good. It was good. I'm excited. I really regret why my son did not come with me, because he has a lot of ideas, and if he sat here, he would have really, by the time we get home, he would have really commented it. I want to commend everyone that came out here to pitch, especially is it the third person that didn't have his slide on, or the fourth person that didn't have his slide on, and he was a little bit fidgety, but he still did well. He still did well. I will not blame him. So clap for him. You did well. And you have a product. You have a product. Everybody has a product. That you go home with the price does not make your own product, the other person's product, less. You may find out that at the end of the day, it is the person that did not go home with the product who will have a multi-million naira business. I want to share a story that happened. I was a judge in a particular event, and this was a music event years back. People came and sang the American tone, you know, it was looking good. Then this guy came in an Igbo attire for the competition. And you know how he was singing? You know those motopark religious songs? Those songs they play in the motopark. That's how he was singing it. And everybody were upset. And he was so confident with his music. Very confident. And when the result came out, he came last. We were after those American style religious music. He came last. And I remember one of the judges said, "Don't worry, your own will go far." He said, "Yes, thank you." That was years back. That was in the 90s. I remember that I traveled one day and we reached Aba. We were to onboard another vehicle to Lagos. I was there. I heard that song. Blaring. I had to call the driver and say, "Please, let me see it was cassettes. Let me see what is happening." And CD. And he showed me the CD, and it was that guy. And guess what the driver told me? He said, "That's a big musician. He's making money. If you know how many of his CDs are being sold." He started in Calabar. We didn't believe in him. He went to where he was believed in and where the music was appreciated. And he made so much money. So why am I saying this? Don't be discouraged. You have a product. All of you have products. And those who didn't pitch, go and hone and develop your products. There is always a market for your products. So, for what we were able to do with the judges, listening to them, the judges will still have to speak one or two. Nippy, we gave them 140 points. Monolith Nigeria, 240 points. Bio App, 150 points. Quickie, 110 points. Emmy Collections, 125 points. Do you know who is the winner? No. So the 5th position goes to Quickie. Please clap for them. The 4th position goes to Emmy's Collection. The 3rd position goes to Nippy. The 2nd position goes to Bio App.
Sorry, hold on, ma'am. 1 minute. 1 minute. Please, if you hear your name, all the people that have just been called, please come outside. Contestants, please.
Okay. And then the 1st position goes to Monolith Nigeria. Congratulations, everyone.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Please, a round of applause for Mrs. Award. Thank you, ma'am. Okay, so is the team ready for presentations?
Even if I know they contribute, I just still collect that cow. Hey, bad man, don't fear my shadow. Me bring down every macho. The only time we best if he touch my head. Now when they rub me shampoo. Hey, live on. Now you they play my song, so I don't see nobody go fit to be loud.
Okay, so right about now we are going to be doing the presentation. So please, I would like to call on the judges to please come and get ready to present. Please, with a standing ovation, please, may I ask that we welcome the lead pastor of City Church Calabar as he does the presentation to the winner. Please, a round of applause. Thank you.
Don't walk for me. Everything I did got done for me. Y'all cannot fill in my shoes. I don't miss words when I tell them. Live on.
Shit. See the Lord be my portion. When my boat is stuck in the desert, see the Lord be my ocean. Make a way where there is no way. The Lord's bad in motion. Set my feet up on solid rock. Now I'm bulletproof from the ocean. See, all because He died for me. I'm on with the sun. I'm on with the Lord. Spirit's alive in me. Got 70 angelic soldiers that be ready to ride for me. And when the enemy trying to test my God, I want Jesus, my Jamos.
Give up. All praise to the Lord. Give up. God know they like the flesh. Kill up.
Okay, Daddy T, please just, Daddy Sir, please just hold on, please. Can we have a picture with the panelists and Pastor T? Just them. Thank you very much.
God know they like the flesh. Kill up. I bring my cup. Fill up.
Try to fill up. Flesh, kill up. Live by the Spirit. My God, don't try for some. You go on. Bring up. Even the Buddha. You see, God fill up. Live on. Live on.
A round of applause for them. Thank you very much. Okay, so to give our vote of thanks, please make welcome Mr. Emmanuel Obeton as he comes for the vote of thanks. Please, a round of applause for him. Is he in the building? Mr. Emmanuel Obeton.
All praise to the Lord, give up. God didn't like the flesh, kill up. I bring my
Please, one more time, give him a round of applause as he takes over. Thank you very much, with a vote of thanks.
Hello, everyone. Put your hands together again for an amazing event this morning. Thank you so much for coming. Just in closing, I want to say this, that everyone who came up here and those who didn't, nothing said was lost. Nothing written has been lost. Everything you sent forward has been captured. And we're going to get back to you shortly. Are we together? Now, we've noticed some flaws in some things said on the way they were presented. We're going to have an avenue to fine-tune all of this. Are we listening? Thank you so very much for coming. And to the coppers in the house, thank you. I want to say a big thank you to the lead team, our lead pastor. Thank you so much for making this happen for us. A big thank you to you, sir. Let's put our hands together. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Louder, please. Louder, louder. Okay. Now, for the purpose of next time, I want to make this really clear that we're trying to build a culture of punctuality, both to the contestants and everyone who showed up today. Let's work on our timing and make this thing work. If you notice, we're trying to rush things. We're trying to catch up a second event in this same venue. But please, for the sake of next time, let's keep to time and make this thing happen. Are we together on that? Thank you so very much. I have a book in my hand, You and Your Money and God. Now, this book is far at the back of this building. I would like to suggest, as you leave this building, grab a copy. There's so much in this book that can change the narrative of your life, your business, and your finances. It's going for just $2,500. Are we together on this? So please grab a copy. It's a good investment, guys. Really good investment. You're going to pay $200 plus in a convention or a conference to get what's inside here. I kid you not. So do yourself a big favor. Those who are patient, those who haven't, this is a manual you should get. It will help you going forward. I want to just close by saying a big thank you one more time for everyone who showed up in this place. To the mandates, thank you for collaborating with us. It's a big thank you to you too. Let's put our hands together for the mandate, City Church. Hallelujah. Thank you so very much. I'd like us to please rise as we close. Judges and panelists and speakers, thank you so much. Thank you for having us and coming.
Okay, so we just would like to inform you that our keynote speaker today couldn't make it. It was unfortunate, but it was supposed to be an item in this event today. So we apologize for that. For the people, that is the contestants, who would love to know the criteria for the selection, please just make our time, speak to any of the organizers or the judges. They would clarify that for you. Thank you very much.
So let's pray. Father, we thank you for helping us today. We thank you for every business. We thank you for every idea. We thank you for every knowledge we have received here. Our prayer is just this, God, that you perfect everything that concerns us. As we put our hands to work, bless it and make it good. In Jesus' mighty name. Amen. Thank you so much for coming. Have a wonderful weekend.